We should be live. And I think KNA is here already. Hello. I hope this is okay. Let's see about music volume a little lower. Hey, how are you? Kathy Rain, A Detective is Born. I heard that this game is similar to the games by Wadjet Eye, and I have played a couple of those and enjoyed them, so I thought I should give this a try. I think I got this in a bundle at some point. Is everything okay, like camera, audio, stuff like that? I don't know what speech the speech volume is at, but it's mostly the music that we want to make sure isn't overpowering. Okay, I guess we will start then, if everything looks okay. Let me just check quick. Oh. Well, hopefully you can see everything like I see it, as usual, because this game has a different format. KNA, you let me know.
Hey, you.
Hey. Oh, man. Oh, God, this is so comfy. I'm just gonna lie here and suffocate on my own vomit now.
Gross.
I had a thing I wanted to tell you.
She looks like me.
This room sure looks different when it's spinning.
So, I was browsing through the used book ads in the paper when
Listen, Eileen, I'm totally excited about books right now, but...
Eileen.
Wait, hear me out. So, I noticed this article about a war veteran from Conwell Springs who just died. I remembered that you used to live there and everything, and...
Oh, how I wish for joyful, blissful sleep.
And get this! His name was Joseph. Joseph Rain.
What did you just say?
You knew him, right? I knew it! I knew you'd know him.
Why do I have a choice?
Yeah, was my grandfather. Hey, wait a minute. I never told you where I grew up.
Oh, well, I might have sort of looked you up.
That is not cool, Eileen. Seriously.
I just couldn't help myself.
Well, one of these days you're gonna help yourself to a restraining order. I'm just telling you this as a friend.
I know. Well, anyway, you should know that the funeral is tomorrow.
Okay.
Are you gonna go?
I don't know. Good night, Eileen.
Good night, Kathy.
Long lost grandfather. September 25th, 1995?
Oh, God, make it stop. Eileen's obnoxious alarm clock. The noise makes me want to stab myself with something dull.
Why is her alarm on when she's not
Looks
here?
like Eileen left a note for me here. Hi, Kat. Since it's such a long drive, I set the alarm so you won't miss the funeral.
Oh.
Thank me later. E. I'm so getting a new roommate. Well, I guess I should get going. I'm late enough as it is.
I just slept in my clothes from last night.
Color printer. Super fancy, apparently. A fact which Eileen loves to remind me of.
For $19.95, that's pretty good.
Eileen borrowed it from school. She takes a bunch of computer classes. I'm no geek, but I know how to use one. A computer, that is. Not a geek. It's some advanced scanner thingy. It can scan pictures, tapes, all sorts of stuff.
That's gonna come in handy, I'm sure.
Our room phone. It's got an external line.
I don't know who I want to call. I'm just looking and touching everything I can.
Looks handcrafted. Probably something she made in woodworking class. Well, either her or one of her 12 siblings.
$19.95!
Honestly, she can believe in what she wants as long as she doesn't try to shove it down my throat.
I mean, that's...
That movie's not out yet. It's a promo poster Eileen got for being an extra. She tells everyone who walks in here the same joke. Spoiler alert, the boat sinks.
She was an extra in Titanic?
I'm fairly sure it's about some guy who falls in love with his golden retriever.
What?
I think that movie is about a girl and a boy who hate each other at first and then they fall in love for no reason at all. Oh, wait. That's every romantic comedy ever.
Boy, what's on her
Just
side?
some random band poster.
A random band. I got the achievement procrastinator for not
Pulp
going
Fiction. Love that flick.
to the funeral.
My electric guitar. Got it cheap from a lesbian I met at a concert. Good times. Helped me get rid of my last two roommates.
Mm.
Nah, it's no fun when there's no one around to annoy with it.
Look at this messy bed.
Messy. Just the way I like it.
That's what I said.
Nah, I just got up.
So, you can sleep again. I do that all the time. Her bed is nice. Ah, I can mess it
Eileen
up.
makes her bed with surgical precision.
Oh, do I want to mess it up? I have to.
Would be fun, but a bit too childish.
Aw.
Even for me.
Is this suitcase?
Eileen's
me?
girly suitcase.
Oh no.
There's a sticker on it with her full name. Eileen Mildred Summers.
Mildred.
Mildred. Oh my god, I'm gonna get her for that. I wish I could wrap up that fact and save it for Christmas.
Mm.
Eileen's closet, filled to the brink with inherited clothes and Christian joy. We meet again, Mr. Bear. Don't give me that look. It's not my fault you ended up so close to my lighter.
What?
I can certainly see the appeal of blindly rummaging through Eileen's clothes, but seriously, I've got better things to do.
Yeah, but I'm here, so I guess I don't need to pack a bag. Oh my gosh. Cemetery. Nice.
Well, here we are. God, I really need a smoke. Does anyone object? Guess not. Dead people rule. No time for that now. I'm late for the funeral.
Mausoleum?
It says Price. A family mausoleum. The family must have been fairly rich. Those things don't come cheap.
I don't need to go there, though. Oh, here.
We are gathered here today to honor a person of great integrity, a pillar of the community, and a decorated war hero. His name was Joseph Irving Rain. We all remember his warm heart, his compassion, and his eagerness to help others. His passing, while our loss, is surely heaven's gain. Now we entrust our brother Joseph to God's mercy. We commit his body to the ground, earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, in sure and certain hope of the resurrection to eternal life through our Lord Jesus Christ, who will transform our frail bodies so they may be conformed to his glorious body, who died, was buried, and rose again for us. To him be glory forever. Amen.
Oh, Kathy, you big baby. Just talk to her. Mary Elizabeth Rain, my grandmother on my father's side.
Why am I looking at tombstones?
Excuse me? Mrs. Rain?
Have we met, Anna? You look strangely familiar.
It's me. It's Catherine.
Catherine? Who?
You don't recognize me? I guess it's been a while. I might be a bit taller than you remember me.
Kathy? Bless my soul. Look at you, all grown up. Oh, how I wish Joseph could see you now, finally coming home.
Let's hope he can. Wherever he is.
A comforting thought, dear. Lord, how long has it been? 10 years? 15?
15 sounds about right. I was 6 when Mom took me away.
Goodness, we have some catching up to do then. I want to know everything. Listen, I'm not quite ready to leave yet, but why don't you join me at the house in half an hour?
Sure, I'd love to. I passed it on my way here. It shouldn't be too hard to find.
I'll see you soon then. I'm so glad you found your way back home. I can't wait for us to have a chance to talk.
Same here. See you in a bit. The coffin is lowered, but the grave hasn't been filled up yet.
Hi, Mud. I can't. I'm busy. How are you doing?
Rest in peace, Grandpa. I wish things could have been different.
What's in my bag? A notebook, a stun gun, a Zippo lighter, and a pack of cigarettes.
Mary Elizabeth Rain, my grandmother
Yeah.
on my father's side.
Okay, you told me that. September 18th, 1995. Doing fine. Good, good. I just discovered that my grandpa on my dad's side died. And I guess I didn't see them for many years. So I'm at the funeral, and do I want to
No
go in the
reason to go in there.
mausoleum? No. Well, then why is that an option?
Conwell Springs. Looks smaller than I remember it. I never thought I'd return to this place. The coffin is lowered, but the grave hasn't been filled up yet.
I guess it's not my job to do that. I thought, you know, they usually have some funny tombstone things in games, but oh. This was just a very serious graveyard. Yeah, the Gabriel Knight series. I played the first one. Hello, priest.
It's the priest who performed the service here. You don't want to get me started. Let's just say me and the humble servants of God have a history of not getting along.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thanks.
If you wish to find God, the Church of the Holy Trinity is always open to you.
Is that so?
Here, have a brochure. It's never too late to turn away from the path of sin.
And what makes you so sure I'm on a sinful path, Father? Wouldn't you say that prejudice is but a small step from the 7 big ones?
I simply meant that we are all sinful creatures, child. I hope to see you at the church.
Snarky.
Don't get your hopes up, buddy.
I'll pray for you. I wish you comfort in this time of grief.
Going on my bike. I'm leaving. Let's go to Grandma's house.
Grandma, anybody home?
She said to meet her here in 30 minutes. How long has it been?
A mere single pair of boots on display. Boy, do we live in different worlds. Nice black leather coat. Right up my alley.
I have a black leather coat, and I don't have very many pairs of shoes.
Nice black leather coat. Right up my alley.
Like a lot of girls might.
Cute red horse. It's some old Swedish thing, I think.
Think about
This
Red
paint looks
Horse.
fresh. Grandma must have had this restored recently.
Yes.
An old wheelchair. Not too dusty. Probably used recently. Huh. Never seen this around. Grandpa must have used it towards the end. Dog fighting. Grandpa used to love that stuff. Some kind of winter forest scene. I've always wondered if it's supposed to be Conwell Woods or not. A wedding photo from when my grandparents married. They look younger than I am now. Things have sure changed. It's a photo of this very farm from way back. It says June 12, 1910 in the corner.
Holy crap.
These should come in handy when I need to make calls. A small table lamp.
Well. Are you in here, Grandma?
Oh, hello, dear. I was just wondering what took you so long.
Sorry, I couldn't resist taking that old wheelchair for a spin. Oh, don't give me that look. I put it back.
You haven't changed one bit. Always kidding around, just like when you were little. Come, have a seat. We have so much to talk about. So, now, tell me about your life in the city.
Oh, there's not much to tell. I'm going to school for journalism. It's my 2nd year. I ride a motorcycle in case you missed it there out front.
Ah, that's right. Just like your father.
Yeah, I suppose.
I must ask, have you heard anything from your father? Anything at all?
No, nothing since he bailed way back then.
I expected as much. He disappeared without a trace. No matter, that's ancient history. How's Sharon, then?
Oh boy.
Mom is... I had her committed to a place where she could get some real help. I just couldn't take it anymore.
I'm sorry to hear that. In spite of everything that happened when she took you away.
Yeah, about that. I'm sorry I didn't visit sooner, Grandma. Mom, she told me all these horrible lies about you and Grandpa. When I was old enough to understand what she was doing, I felt like it was much too late.
It wasn't your fault, dear. You were a child. I'm just happy that you're here now.
Me too. So, what about you? How have you been doing all these years?
I've been lonely ever since the accident. There's no denying that.
What accident?
Goodness gracious. Of course you don't know. She took you away before it all happened.
Don't know what.
I will never forget that dreadful day. August 16th, 1981. It was the middle of the night when Sheriff Truman knocked on our door. He had Joseph with him. I couldn't even recognize Joseph at first. All dirty and wet with an awful blank stare on his face, like his soul had been ripped from his body. Since that day, he never spoke a word. Forever confined to that blasted wheelchair.
Really? For all this time? I had no idea.
It came as a shock to all of us.
That's horrible, Grandma. I'm so sorry.
Thank you, dear.
Oh, got a little detective thing.
Why do you think Grandpa suddenly left that night in 81?
I haven't the faintest idea. He acted very peculiar not long before it happened, disappearing for hours at a time. At first, I even suspected he was having an affair. When I asked him about it, he just said he was chasing old demons. It must have had something to do with the war.
What did the doctors have to say about Grandpa's condition?
Persistent vegetative state. That's what they call it. I've heard it all by now. One doctor said it was a stroke. Another claimed it was a seizure. The third hack tried to sell it off as a severe infection. It's all a load of tripe. I had an MRI performed on Joseph. It's one of those state-of-the-art head scans.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yes, well, according to the scan, his brain was completely intact. They thought it was a technical problem at the time, some kind of glitch, but the result was the same after 3 different scans on 3 different machines. Eventually, they had to confess that they simply had no credible explanation for the state he was in.
And this injury just happened to occur on the very same night he mysteriously disappears?
Indeed. I refuse to believe it was a coincidence.
Maybe it was post-traumatic stress disorder? Grandpa always had a hard time showing weakness.
I don't know, dear. I'm just speculating. I didn't think too much of it at the time. Joseph was a man of few words. I'm sure he just didn't wish to burden me with it, whatever it was.
What did Sheriff Truman have to say about the matter?
Not much. He said they simply found Joseph in that condition on the outskirts of town. The sheriff was convinced there was some kind of foul play involved, but the investigation turned up nothing. He later said that he was sorry, but that he was forced to close the case.
You know, I could try to find out more about this.
You're welcome to try, dear. Some kind of closure would mean the world to me.
Okay, I think I'll head over to the sheriff's station for a little chat then. Would be nice to witness police doing some actual police service for once.
Sure, you go ahead. Let me know if I can be of any more help.
I don't want to show her that.
Oh.
What do you think about this church, Grandma?
They seem harmless to me, but they can be a bit pushy at times.
Huh, you could say that. Handing out pamphlets at funerals is in pretty bad taste.
Awfully strange behavior for a priest, I'll give you that.
Well, gotta go, Grams. Talk to you later.
Bye, Kathy.
Can I take any of your stuff?
Grandma has prepared some tea for us.
Oh, I would like some tea.
Nah, I'm more of a coffee gal.
Oh. I mean, I like coffee too.
Mind if
but-
we talk for a bit, Grandma?
Oops.
Not at all, dear. What's on your mind?
Nothing.
Bye,
Nothing's
Grandma.
on my
I'll be back later.
mind.
So long.
I'll be back later.
Nice leather chair. Freckles, the old farm cat, used to love that thing. Grandpa in his Air Force uniform. Looks to be in his early 20s. Planes, planes, and more planes. Planes, planes, and more planes.
What about over here?
Planes, planes, and more planes. There's nothing quite like the soothing sound of rain falling on a window.
Mm-hmm.
A decent-sized book collection. Most of them science or history related from the looks of it. An intricate toy airplane with moving parts. I remember playing with that. Grandpa had a whole collection of them. A decent-sized book collection. Most of them science.
Okay. I guess that's it. What's upstairs? Can I go upstairs?
I shouldn't overstay my welcome.
Oh. To the sheriff station.
Not their peak hours, it seems. Land of the free. A bunch of cops lining up for a photo. A medieval
Sheriff?
fortress
What's
near
the
an
deal with that
ocean,
bum?
probably supposed to be somewhere in Europe.
The one in the cell.
Oh,
I thought it was with you. Well, shit.
Some young cop. Looks a bit familiar.
Did you go to school with him?
Hi.
Hello.
Do I have to commit a crime to get your attention? Because I seriously will.
Ma'am, I'm really quite busy at the moment. Hey, wait. I know you.
I'm pretty sure you don't.
Yes, I do. You're Kathy. Kathy Rain.
My reputation precedes me, in a kind of but not totally creepy way.
Aw, come on. It's me, Lenny. Lenny Marks.
Oh, I don't remember you.
I'm drawing a blank.
Really? You don't remember us playing when we were little kids?
Not really. Sorry, buddy.
Darn. Well, that's a bummer. Anyway, what can I do for you today?
I wanted to ask if you know anything about my grandfather's accident.
I really don't know much beyond the rumors. The sheriff may have more information, but even he probably doesn't know anything that isn't in the report. It happened before either of us worked here.
Okay, I think I'll have a chat with the sheriff then.
Sure thing. His office is to your right.
What do you know about this church?
What's your opinion on this church?
I think it's a nice enough church. Why?
I don't know. The priest seemed odd. Kinda pushy.
Yeah, I get your point. But I know the guy. He's harmless.
If you say so. Well, gotta go.
See ya.
What's on your bulletin board?
Various notices and a wanted poster. A medieval fortress near an ocean, probably supposed to be somewhere in Europe.
There's phones everywhere. What's in here?
Not sure where those doors lead. Might be worth checking out later.
Oh. If you say so, Kathy. Hello, Sheriff?
Lots of police reports, organized
paperwork
alphabetically
coming
by the
along,
looks of it.
Okay, I guess. Maybe halfway through.
That's no good. We're gonna have to cancel lunch today.
Again? Oh, man.
Your motivation shouldn't be limited by your growling stomach, Lenny.
I would, but I can't do that when he's right there.
you say so,
Maybe
boss.
I can distract him somehow. Fax machines. The pinnacle of modern technology. That must be the sheriff. He looks grumpy. Hello, Sheriff. Do you have a moment?
Not really. Make it quick.
Do you know what happened to Joseph Rain in '81?
He had a stroke in the woods. That's what happened.
If that's all there is, why would Sheriff Truman open an investigation?
It was just standard procedure. A general occurrence report always has to be filed.
I see. Did you know him at all?
No, I haven't been in town for long. Man sure has one hell of a reputation, though. It's been over a decade since he was put in that wheelchair, and people still talk about the man he used to be. It's like he was a cult leader or something.
Sounds like a conspiracy theory to me.
Could be, but you know what they say. Things too good to be true usually are.
Could I have a look at that report?
Absolutely not. They were official police documents.
Why not? I thought filed police reports are public record.
Not in this state, they ain't.
But I'm family. Doesn't that count for something?
You consider yourself family? I've never even seen you before in this town.
It's complicated.
Guess what's complicated? Not to mention illegal. Handing out evidence to anyone who asks for it.
Aw, come on, Sheriff. What's the big deal? It was a long time ago. It would make this girl very, very happy.
Are you trying to use flirtation on an officer of the law? Oh, that shit may work on numbnuts like Lenny, but I got work to do.
Lenny, a little help here? Don't you agree that he's taking by the book too far?
Well, boss, she is his granddaughter, really. I don't think it's any...
Don't you think I know that? There are rules. Am I the only one in here who cares about the law?
Too much coffee? Try not to pop a vein.
You want to see the inside of a cell?
Oh, cuff me, officer. Spare me the torment of your rhetorical questions and veiled threats.
Just follow the rules like everyone else. I've had enough of this nonsense.
Fine. Tons of miscellaneous files. I don't see anything labeled as police reports, so those must be elsewhere. That must be the sheriff.
He is.
A photo of the
Grumpy.
sheriff shaking hands with some bald guy in a suit. Probably the mayor. It's always the mayor. A gold medal of some kind. Just some photo.
Hey, Sheriff?
I can't see it
What's the
clearly
deal
from
with that
here.
bum?
What bum?
The one in the cell.
Oh,
Just
I
some
thought it
photo.
was with
I
you.
can't see it. Just
Well,
some
go over
photo.
there.
I can't see it clearly.
Okay, that's not important. How do I distract Lenny?
Lots of police reports, organized alphabetically by the looks of it. Might be something useful in there. I think he'd object.
How's the paperwork coming along, Lenny?
Okay, I guess. Maybe halfway through.
That's no good. We're gonna have to cancel lunch today.
Again?
Uh-huh.
If I ever feel the urge to clean, I'll know where to go. Huh, very funny. A jail cell. Looks cramped. Looks like an incarcerated bum. Hey,
What? I can't hear you.
what a tiny TV.
Thanks. That was getting annoying.
Looks like an incarcerated bum.
Talk to him?
Hey,
Hi there.
so, why'd they put you in that cell?
It's all just a big misunderstanding.
Is that so?
Yeah, I didn't mean to steal anything. I was just using my pockets to move the beer to the checkout.
That's the worst excuse I have ever heard.
For your information, I happen to have a deadly fear of shopping carts.
I take my last statement back. This excuse is even worse.
Hey, it wasn't your father who was killed by a shopping cart when you were 8.
I sure hope not.
To be fair, mine wasn't either. It was just Uncle Bob. But that doesn't mean it was any less traumatic, mind you. To this day, I still get nervous breakdowns in grocery stores.
I think I've heard enough, buddy.
You're right. We should stop before the flashbacks begin.
You need to keep the blonde cop out there busy for a while.
I do?
$10 says you do.
I'd say my services in this matter are worth at least $20.
9.
15.
8.
Fine, 10.
7.
Deal.
Good.
So, what am I doing again?
Distract that young cop in the lobby. I don't care how you do it, as long as you keep him occupied for a while.
Okay then, let me know when.
Will do. No wanted posters. I'm disappointed. An axe, a sledgehammer, and some other heavy tools.
Can I take one?
Brilliant idea to leave those lying around next to evidence lockers and locked cells. Too heavy to carry around, and too noisy to use in here without getting caught. Just a bunch of boxes filled with office supplies. A computer monitor. Probably recovered stolen goods. There's no way small-town cops would be that up-to-date with the modern world. They look sturdy enough. Wouldn't be able to break them open without taking my time and making a lot of noise. I'll need a key. If I ever need to find evidence, I'll know where to look.
I'll be back, evidence lockers.
Hey, the jail is off limits. You shouldn't be in there.
Oh, sorry. I just heard someone yelling. I think that guy in the cell needs some help.
Ah, what now?
Okay, I have to make this quick. Might be something useful.
Give me something, give me something.
I see a bunch of keys to the evidence lockers. I could take one, but I need to know what I'm looking for first.
Oh.
Okay, let's have a look.
8/16/81, 11:40 p.m. An individual was encountered on the side of the dirt road a few miles from Conwell Springs, blindly walking forward with his eyes wide open. The subject was identified as Joseph Rain. He did not respond when touched or spoken to. He appeared to be dirty from head to toe and wet up to his knees. Mr. Rain was fiercely clutching a small tape recorder, complete with tape. Being cooperative, he could be led into the squad car and transported back to town. Picked up Mrs. Rain and brought her along with Mr. Rain to the emergency room at the community clinic. Upon routine inspection of the patrol car, tape recorder was found discarded on back seat, filed as evidence in locker number 5. There we go.
I'm gonna have to get my hands on that recorder. Okay, let's find the key to locker number 5. Got it.
Lanny, I need you to do something.
How can I help, boss?
It's my mother's birthday this weekend. You'll have to go.
Hey,
Hi there.
okay, gotta go.
See ya.
I was just gonna thank him, but I guess I have more important things to do.
They look sturdy enough. Wouldn't be able to break them open without taking my time and making a lot of noise. a small key to the evidence lockers.
Use it.
This should open the evidence locker with the tape recorder.
Yes.
All right, got it.
Note to self. Remember, the perfect bouquet consists of 3 red roses, a blue violet, and 2 yellow tulips. I've been working on my research in the attic at night. I just don't want her to worry. She has enough to think about with everything that's been going on lately. With Sharon and Kathy. Anyway, I'm getting closer to finding the source. I have a theory, but I need help. I'm gonna have to involve somebody else.
Attic.
Note to self. Remember the perfect...
Police report. Grandpa. Oh, we read this. Okay. So I want to go back. Hey, Mom. How are you? Want to go back to Grandma's house, maybe? It's going good. My long-lost grandpa just died, and I'm getting to the bottom of
Sheriff?
it.
What's the deal with that bum?
Or why he was
The one in the cell.
found,
I thought it was with you.
they say he had a stroke in the woods, and then he came back, like, in a vegetative state before he, died, so, like, he was in a vegetative state for, like, they said over 10 years.
Okay, I guess. Maybe
And I'm
halfway
trying to
through.
figure out what happened to him back in 81 that caused that.
Again? Oh, man.
Grandma. Do I have to talk
I
to
should
her
probably
first?
ask Grandma first.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, hello, dear.
Mind if we talk for a bit, Grandma?
Not at all, dear. What's on your mind?
Would you mind if I took a look in the attic?
I suppose it would do no harm. Come with me.
That was easy.
Thanks, Grandma.
You're welcome, dear. Be careful now.
The bulb looks burned out. I'll have to replace it. Nothing. The bulb must be burned out.
Yeah, I figured that out.
Nah, it's drafty in here and almost out of fuel. Gonna need it for my smokes.
Is there another light bulb in here anywhere? Or do I have to ask her for one? Grandma? Grandma, do you have an extra light bulb?
Oh, hello, dear.
Mind if we talk for...
Not at all.
The lights are out in the attic.
Oh, well, there should be a whole box of light bulbs around here somewhere.
Somewhere.
Do you remember where?
Now, where did I put it?
Oh,
Oh,
no.
dear, I think it's in the attic.
That's just terrific.
I'm sure you'll figure it out, dear.
I got the dictaphone already. I don't think there's anything else in there I need to mention to her. Hey, Grandma, do you recognize this tape recorder?
Oh, yes, Mr. Dicto. Joseph used to carry that thing with him everywhere. He could be absent-minded at times. It helped him remember things.
Alrighty.
Bye, Grandma. I'll be back later.
So long.
So, can I find the box of light bulbs?
NZ-500 self-defense stun gun. Fully charged. I prefer to smoke outdoors. Nah, it's drafty in here and almost out of...
So where can I get a light bulb? From the table lamp?
Free light bulb. Score!
Okay. That was easy.
The bulb looks burned out. I'll have to replace it.
Oh yeah. Okay, I gotta select it. I just stole her light bulb.
There we go.
She's gonna stumble around in the hallway in the dark later tonight, and it's all my fault. There's lots of stuff in here. A teddy
Mr. Bear! Oh, how did you get all the way up there? Good idea. You just keep watch. I'll do the searching.
Mr. Bear reporting for duty. I got an achievement. I don't know if you
Various
can
books and
see
office
it or not.
supplies. Nothing in particular catches the eye. A thick book about math.
Could hit somebody over the head with that.
A worn office chair on wheels. I'm feeling a sudden urge to do a race. A worn office...
Okay, typewriter.
An old typewriter covered in cobwebs.
Yeah.
It looks like someone was doing geometry. I can't make much sense of it. Just some old bills. Nothing interesting. Decades-old coffee. Lovely.
No, really?
Yeah.
Is
I'm
there
good,
coffee
thanks.
in there? This briefcase looks suspicious. Oh, man. Grandma, what's the code? Getting a lot of exercise going up and down these stairs.
Oh, hello, dear.
Mind if we talk for a bit, Grandma?
Not at all, dear.
I found a locked briefcase in the attic. Do you know anything about it?
Oh, that old thing? Joseph said there were just some old boring Air Force papers in there.
If that was the case, why use an intricate combination lock?
That's a very good question, dear. In any case, I wouldn't know how to open it.
Damn.
I found this book in the attic. Recognize it?
Oh, yes. I bought it for Joseph's birthday once. He was always fascinated by numbers. He believed that math could explain everything in this world.
He was a man of science. There's no denying that. I don't want to show her that.
Maybe she has lighter fluid. Grandma, do you want a cigarette? Okay, maybe not.
See you later, Gramps.
Take care, dear.
Planes, planes, and more planes. Planes, planes, and more planes.
Did we see a picture with a date on it?
Grandpa in his Air Force uniform. Looks to be in his early 20s. Planes, planes. That's my great-grandfather, Eric Wren. I never met him. They changed the spelling to Rain after he died, I think.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Some
before.
woman dressed fancy. I'm not sure how I'm related to her, but she has my hair. A robust piece of wooden furniture. I used to love digging through those drawers when I was a kid, looking for coins, buttons, and trinkets.
Do it.
Grandpa and me, we had this game where he would hide pennies around the house and I would go on a treasure hunt. Never in the attic, though. I thought it was too scary up there. A decent-sized book collect.
Can I look at this math book? The Secrets of Infinite Numbers. Pi. Yeah. Fibonacci. How many codes? How many numbers is it? Shoot. Will that help me at all? A1. Should I randomly try some codes, or... One, two, 3, 5... Is it 8? Oh, use math book on press a button. 3.14159. One, 2, 3, 5, 8. Does that open it? I guess not.
Yeah, that would have been too easy. I doubt the book alone is enough to solve this. Yeah, that would have been too easy. I doubt the book alone is
The book alone is not enough to solve it.
The tape Grandpa had on him when he was found in 81.
perfect bouquet consists of 3 red roses, a blue violet, and 2 yellow tulips. I've been working on my research in the attic at night. I just don't want her to worry. She has enough to think about with everything that's been going on lately.
This
With
research is in
Sharon
here.
and Kathy. Anyway, I'm getting closer to finding the source. I have a theory, but I need help. I'm gonna have to involve somebody else.
An old typewriter. Might be something useful in there. Empty. Nothing. Just some old bills. Nothing interesting. It looks like someone was doing geometry. I can't make much sense of it. I don't see how those things work together.
I don't know. Teddy bear, help me.
Mr. Bear! Good idea.
Maybe I need to go home and search the wait. Oh. I can't go home? Oh, right, because I'm in a different part of town.
Lenny?
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kathy. What's up?
Nah, I don't want to ask him about that. I don't want to show him that. Sure, I'll show him the police report I stole from under his nose. That's a great idea. I don't want to show him that.
Well,
Gotta go.
See ya. Hey, Sheriff? What's the...
Hello, Sheriff. Mind if I ask you a few more questions?
If you must.
I don't need to ask him that. I don't want to show him that. I don't want to show him that. Sure, I'll show him the... What's your opinion on this church?
It's a fine church. I go there myself every Sunday.
That's all for now.
Good.
well then. Let's go back to Grandma's house.
A bunch of cops lining up for a photo.
Hey, Kathy, wait.
Oh,
What?
Do you eat foot? I mean, food?
Absolutely not. I feed on human misery. Relax, Lenny. Yes, I do eat food.
Oh, well, great. Can I buy you food sometime? And also buy food for me? And then maybe we could eat the food together?
that's not very nice.
I'm really busy right now. Maybe later.
Oh, okay. See ya.
I couldn't say yes to him, so I just let him down. Yeah, easy. I'd rather eat a foot. Okay, Grandma! Okay, what's at the cemetery? Anything that I missed? It's raining now. Maybe somebody else's grave.
The grave is brimming with flowers.
Wow.
I'm gonna find out what happened to you, Grandpa. I promise.
Oh 03/17/24? He wouldn't use his birthday, would he?
No reason to go in there.
Yeah, well, what if I want to make a reason? Or their wedding date. Is a date on here?
A wedding photo from when my grandparents married. They look younger than I am now. Things have sure changed. It's a photo of this very farm from way back. It says June 12, 1910 in the corner.
6/12/10.
I must be missing something. What was that weird first message on the tape?
Weird first message on the tape?
Note to self. Remember, the perfect bouquet consists of 3 red roses, a blue violet, and 2 yellow tulips. I've been working.
3. One, 2.
Note to self. Remember, the
3
perfect
red,
bouquet consists of 3 red roses, a blue violet, and 2 yellow tulips. I've been working on my research in the attic at night.
Three red roses. 2, 3, 5. I should be writing this down, shouldn't I? 2, 3, 5. 1, 3, 1. 2, 3, 5, 1, 3, 1.
Yes!
I got it. Envelope.
A thick yellow envelope.
Envelope. Is that it?
It's the envelope I found in the briefcase. Let's see what's in here. There were 2 pictures, a newspaper clipping, a key, and a tape inside. Looks overexposed. I can't make much out. I think I see trees in the background, but most of the picture is just bright white. Grandpa in uniform with 2 other men. Something is handwritten on the back. Flight training, McConnell Air Force Base, 1941. Tragic drowning in Conwell Springs. In early morning on Sunday the 14th, a teenage girl found dead near Conwell Lake. The girl is survived by her mother, father, and younger brother. The funeral service will be held at Conwell Cemetery on the 21st of July. The notice is dated July 15th, 1975. Tragic story. I wonder why Grandpa saved this.
That seemed...
Tragic drowning in early morning on Sunday. The girl is survived by her mother, father, and younger brother. The funeral service will be held. The notice is dated July 15th, 1975. It's a small key, fairly modern design. No identifying tag, unfortunately. I wonder what this unlocks. Standard microtape labeled answering machine. It should play fine in Mr. Dicto.
You've reached the Rain residence. Leave a message after the beep. Hello, Joseph, Mrs. Rain. It's me, Charles. I thought I'd give you a call. Erica just had her firstborn. It's a boy. Thankfully, he looks nothing like his father. Listen, I was thinking maybe you'd like to come and visit. And what about your little Kathy? Maybe she wants to see the baby. Well, anyways, I hope to see you soon. All the best. Bye.
You people make me sick. We're never coming back. Don't call, don't write. If you ever try to contact us, I will call the police.
Joseph, you there? It's me, Cocky. It happened to me, too. And I'm not going to tell any of those bastards. They got it all wrong. You're the only one I trust now. Just call me back as soon as you can.
I wonder who this Cocky is.
Yeah. Go faster. Grandma, do you know who Cocky is?
Oh, hello, dear.
Mind if we talk for a bit, Grandma?
Not at all, dear. What's on your mind?
Can you tell me anything about McConnell Air Force Base?
It's not very far from Conwell Springs. Joseph was stationed there for some time during the war. I believe they're still training young pilots there today.
So, when did Grandpa enlist in the Air Force?
Oh, it was barely past the honeymoon when Joseph left to fight in that terrible war, together with his best friend Charles and my brother Andrew. Those were nerve-wracking years. I was so worried I thought I would burst. Every short visit from Joseph was a joy, but he kept going back to the front, to my great dismay. When I told Joseph about being pregnant with your father, he finally realized that enough was enough. He had done his duty. Shortly thereafter, he returned to a quiet farmer's life in this very house, helping your great-grandfather with the crops, until he passed.
Do you know anything about a young girl drowning around here?
Oh, yes. It was the saddest thing. She was only 16. We never really knew the family. They preferred to keep to themselves.
Do you remember the name of the girl or her family?
I'm awfully sorry, dear. I just can't recall.
That's okay, Grandma. I was just wondering why Grandpa would have wanted to save this.
Joseph was always affected by the tragedy of others. Perhaps he wanted to do something for the family. In any case, he didn't speak to me about it.
Does the nickname Cocky mean anything to you?
Sounds vaguely familiar. It reminds me of the aviator call signs Joseph and his friends gave one another. Joseph was vigilante. I can't count the number of times he got into trouble for breaking the rules. To this day, I have no idea how he always managed to land on his feet.
Must be hereditary, given the things I've gotten away with. Every time I wake up, I am genuinely surprised that I'm not in jail.
I'm sure it's not that bad, dear.
But to get back to the subject, you don't have any idea of who this Cocky is?
I'm afraid not, but the Air Force might be a good place to start.
Look at this photo I found in the locked briefcase.
Goodness, I haven't seen that picture in years. This was taken when Joseph was stationed at McConnell Air Force Base. That's him right there on the left.
What about the other two?
I don't remember the name of the smiling man in the back. The gentleman on the right was Joseph's best friend, Charles Wade.
I don't see a reason to ask her about that. What can you tell me about Charles Wade?
Well, I do know he has made quite a name for himself since he and Joseph went to war together. Apparently, he came up with some brilliant piece of engineering for the airplanes. They use it everywhere now.
Any idea how to get in touch with him?
I'm afraid not, dear. I haven't seen him for years. He and Joseph grew apart before you were born.
Any particular reason for that?
Oh, not that I know of.
Grams, can you tell me anything about this picture?
It looks awfully bright. Perhaps something was wrong with the camera.
Yeah, maybe. I should try to figure something out tomorrow at the university. Do you know anything about this story, Grandma?
Not much, dear. We never really knew the family.
Do you remember their names?
Let me think. I'm awfully sorry, dear.
That's quite all right, Grandma. I was just...
Joseph was always deep. In any case...
Okay. Do you recognize this key, Grandma? I found it in the attic.
I'm afraid not, dear.
Okay, I guess that's it.
Well, gotta go, Grams. Talk to you later.
Bye, Kathy.
Is it? Is that it?
These should come in handy when I need to make calls.
Look them up.
It's a phone book. I should be able to use this for looking up phone numbers of people or places in town. Damn, no Charles Wade in here. Was worth a shot, but being rich and famous and all, I guess he's got a hidden number. No hit for Wade Industries either, but it was kind of a long shot for them to have an office in this small county anyway. I should try to get a hold of him some other way. All right, got it. Nah, nothing like that in here.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
McConnell Air Force Base. How can I help you?
Hi. I was just wondering if you had time to answer a few questions.
Sure thing, ma'am. Ask away.
What can you tell me about McConnell Air Force Base?
This is one of the oldest Air Force bases in the U.S., established during World War I. The main purpose of it is to train fighter pilots. The McConnell Flight School is well-renowned all around the country. In the late 80s, the school started accepting a limited number of civilian applicants due to the high demand. Some of the most famous dogfighters in U.S. history, such as Ethan Fireball Jenkins, Joseph Vigilante Rain, and Brett Savior Myers, trained at this very base. Charles Wade, the great industrialist, did too. Some claim that many of his revolutionary ideas came from the former chief mechanic here, the late Niles Bloom.
Interesting. Thanks for the history lesson. Do you recognize the aviator call sign, Cocky?
Afraid not, ma'am. I know all the call signs here, and I'm positive it's not one of them.
This isn't current, though. It might have been used as early as World War II.
Oh, that's unfortunate. We don't keep any official records of call signs. The only option I can think of is to get a hold of somebody who was around back then.
Any suggestions?
The only person I can think of who is still alive would be Charles Wade.
All right, thanks.
My pleasure, ma'am. Anything else I can help you with?
I'm trying to get a hold of Charles Wade. Would you happen to know how to reach him?
I'm sorry, ma'am, but Charles Wade is a public figure. He has explicitly asked us not to provide his contact details to anyone.
Is there any way you can make an exception? I really need to talk to Mr. Wade.
No can do. I can't really help you out unless you have some sort of official business.
But what if it was a matter of life and death?
Ma'am, if you're in a life-threatening situation, I suggest you call 911.
Do you know anything about what happened to Joseph Rain in '81?
I know that he was no longer stationed here at the base at that time. He'd left the Air Force decades earlier. But as a Conwell Springs citizen, sure, I've heard the rumors just like everybody else. How he was found by the sheriff all messed up, walking out of the woods with some kind of unexplained brain damage.
Any theory as to what he was doing out there?
I'm afraid not, ma'am. But I'm positive that it had nothing to do with this base or our operations here.
Okay, what can you tell me about his service at McConnell?
Well, Joseph Rain is a legend around here. His pile of medals weighs more than my car. I was fortunate enough to meet him before he suffered his injury, and I must say, what an inspiring man. I'm positive that he would have made General if he'd stuck around.
Any idea of why he quit? He looks so happy in the pictures from the war.
Oh, your family, ma'am?
Granddaughter.
Well, then I'm sorry for your loss. I heard about his recent passing.
Appreciate it, buddy. So, about him quitting.
I shouldn't speak ill of the dead, but some say the war broke him. PTSD. Me? I don't think so. When I met him, he had this aura about him, like he wasn't afraid of anything. Maybe it was just guilt. He ended a lot of lives, but that's just me speculating.
Gotcha. Thanks for the thoughts. I don't see a reason to ask him about that. All right, that's all.
Goodbye, ma'am.
How would I get in touch with Wade? Did I ask Grandma everything already?
Oh, hello, dear.
Mind if we talk for...
Not at all, dear.
No, nothing new.
See you later, Grams.
Take care, dear.
Lenny.
Hello, Kathy. What's up?
Oh yeah, her hair is awesome. Hey, and how are you doing, somebody?
Nah, I don't want to ask him about that.
Fine.
Hey, Lenny, do you remember anything about a girl drowning around here?
Yeah, I remember my mom telling me about that. I was like 6 at the time, though.
Do you remember her name?
Oh, man. Not really. I was so little. I think it was something with an L. Linda? Laura? Something like that.
All right, I'll keep looking. Nah, I don't want to ask him about that. Nah, I don't want to ask him about that.
What are you planning to play tonight? Some more, Destiny 2?
Well, gotta go.
See ya.
Hello, Sheriff. Mind if I ask you a few more questions?
If you must.
I don't need to ask him that. Do you know anything about the drowning here in 1975? 16-year-old girl?
You have a memory problem? I told you I haven't been working here that long.
Well, then who has?
Besides, even if I did, I wouldn't tell you. Juvenile cases are a sensitive matter.
Destiny has a reset each Tuesday, so now you can try for some powerful gear again for the week. Nice. PvP, or are you gonna PvE it up tonight?
I don't need to ask him that.
I don't?
I don't need to ask him that. He's new in town. I don't think he knows those men. I probably shouldn't. He might ask where I got it from.
Tase him. I don't
That's
know.
all for now.
Good.
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kathy. What's up?
I probably shouldn't. I already asked him. Hey, Lenny, do you recognize these men?
Not really. Sorry.
Going to be enough games to get you the powerful engram from that, and then look into the public event PvE stuff. Alright. Yeah, I would dread doing PvP.
Well, gotta go.
See ya.
I haven't even played Overwatch in a while because, like, it just makes me nervous to play against people, I guess. I wonder if this... Can I
How's the
talk
paperwork coming
to
along, Lenny?
the bum?
Okay, I guess. Maybe halfway through.
Does this bum know anybody?
Hi there.
Could you distract Lenny again?
Sure, I needed to puke again anyway.
Good to know.
Yeah, I've been thinking about trying the Junkenstein event, but,
Guess what? He's having some kind of fit in there.
Not again.
Here we go again.
I just have to get up the courage. I don't know. It's because I haven't played in a while and I'm just nervous.
Maybe there's something in here about that drowning. Nope. Looks like I'm gonna need her name. Various notices and a bunch of I got the key already. I don't think I need to mess with that anymore.
You gotta mess up real bad to lose. Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I should just bite the bullet and try it. It's probably not as bad as I'm imagining. I do that a lot, where I just worry for no good reason.
It's Lenny's phone. Might be you.
Why am I doing this?
McConnell Air Force Base, how can I help you?
Hi. I was just wondering if...
Sure thing, man.
All right, that's all.
Goodbye, ma'am.
Oh, I thought I could... Yeah, I've seen the skins. They are pretty awesome. Is there anyone home?
Hi, this is Eileen speaking.
Hey, it's me, Kat.
Oh, hi, what's up?
I don't need to ask her about that.
Can I have her Google the teen girl then?
I'm trying to track down this young girl who drowned in the lake here.
Okay. How hard can a dead person be to track down? They tend to stay in one place, you know.
Ha, very funny, E. I don't even know her name, just when she died.
Oh, well, there must be some way to connect a name to that date.
Yeah, maybe.
The graveyard. It was a Laura, 1975.
I don't need to ask her about that. I'm trying to find this guy, but all I have is his nickname, Cocky.
Well, what do you know about the guy?
Not much. I think he was in the Air Force and served with Grandpa.
Maybe you could try to find somebody in the Air Force who knew him then?
Yeah, that might be worth a shot.
I'm trying to find Wade.
I'm trying to contact Charles Wade. You know, the industrialist?
Wow, really? Why?
It's complicated, but he knew Grandpa back in the day. They went to war together.
Huh. Must be super hard to get in touch with a person like that.
Yeah, I'm finding that out.
Maybe you could ask someone in the Air Force. If he used to serve with your granddad, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, could be worth a shot.
Who else?
Okay,
though?
gotta go. Talk to you later.
Bye, Kathy.
Boxes you've had during the event have been underwhelming. I'm hoping it gives you something this... Yeah. I haven't played any games. I really need to. I just, I don't know what it is. It's just been a while is all. I haven't talked to anybody that's in the Air Force yet. I've talked to the sheriff, but he hasn't been here very long. So I don't know where... I mean, I can just check out these tombstones. I'm trying to look for like a Laura in 1975 or something. '86. Well, I talked to him, and he couldn't help me. I already asked. 79. 92. 84. 89. 94.
All right, this is the right date.
Lily.
Looks like her name was Lily Myers. I should try to get a hold of her family.
Lily Myers. Oh.
I wonder what that kid is doing here all alone. A little boy, maybe 5 or 6 years old. Hey, kid.
Hi, yourself.
What are you doing?
None of your business.
Huh, I like you, kid. You're not here alone, right? Where's your mom?
Oh, she's around.
I don't see her.
You must be blind or something.
I'll go look for your mom, okay? Don't go anywhere.
Whatever.
Why should I have to look for his mom? He doesn't seem to care.
It says, right. No reason to go in. A family mausoleum. I'm gonna find out what happened to you, Grandpa.
Grandpa...
I shouldn't leave while that kid is alone.
Well, where is there for me to look? Kid's just sitting around in
Kid?
a graveyard. Oh no, he's gone.
Guess he found his mom.
That is really creepy. And this is another game for Halloween, perhaps. Was he a ghost? I don't know. I hope not. Spooky. Phone book. I need to find Lily Myers.
She's been dead for 2 decades. I could try to find someone in her family, but I'll need a full name.
Okay, maybe I'll ask Grandma about her. Maybe she'll remember once I give her the name.
Oh, hello, dear.
Grandma, I want cookies. Can't you get me some cookies? Fresh baked? Isn't that what grandmas do?
Mind if we talk for a bit, Grandma?
Not at all, dear. What's on your mind?
I found out that the drowned girl's name was Lily Myers. Ring a bell?
Oh, yes. Oh, how could I forget? Sue, Jack, and their children, Lily and Nathan.
Do they still live around here?
Mother and son do. I see them in town from time to time. They live somewhere near the lake.
But not the father. Jack, was it?
No. He disappeared not long after Lily took her own life.
Whoa, she killed herself. That's news to me.
Oh, that girl had been troubled for years. Truman made an official statement later. It was no accident.
I see. Do you know how I can reach the family?
Not really, dear. Like I said, they tend to keep to themselves.
I don't see a reason to ask her about that.
Yeah, maybe the guy can help me.
See you later, Grams.
Take care, dear.
Or maybe I can look them up in the book now.
All right, found an address.
New location added. Sweet.
I got the address already.
I got the address, but don't I want to call the head? No? Do I want to see what Lenny has to say first? I feel weird just going by their cabin.
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kathy. What's up?
Hey, Lenny, could you check the files for a police report? A girl who drowned around here, Lily Myers?
I'd love to help, Kathy, but you better check with the sheriff first.
Fine, I'll do that. Do you know the Myers family? Supposed to live somewhere near the lake?
Aren't they the ones whose daughter drowned a long time ago?
Yeah, that's right.
Might recognize them if I saw them, but that's about it.
Hey, Lenny, do you recognize these men?
Not really. Sorry.
Okay, so...
Well, gotta go.
See ya.
Sheriff. He's not gonna help. I'm gonna have to distract him again.
Tons of miscellaneous files. Hello, Sheriff. Mind if I ask you a few more questions?
If you must.
Do you know anything about a drowning here in 1975? Young girl named Lily Myers?
That case was handled by Truman. I wasn't involved.
I don't need to ask him that. That's all for now.
Okay.
Good.
Gonna have to pull the old distract-a-rooney on him again.
Hey, Sheriff. What's the deal with that bum?
What bum?
What bum?
Hey.
This bum.
Hi there.
Could you distract Lenny again?
Sure, I needed to puke again anyway.
Good to know. Guess what? He's having some kind of fit in there.
Not again.
Here we go again.
Lily Myers.
Okay, there's gotta be something in here about Lily Myers' death. Okay, what do we have here?
Truman was the former sheriff. I don't know where he is, actually. 7/14/75, 5:18 a.m. Emergency services are called by a resident near Conwell Lake who reports that a young female, approximately 16 years old, has been found dead floating in the water, presumably drowned in the lake. At 5:44 a.m., officers arrive at the scene. EMT is en route, delayed by fog. The body is fully clothed, and there are no apparent signs of foul play. Incident declared as a likely accident. A sweep of the residence reveals a suicide note matching victim's handwriting. Witnesses report earlier mental health problems. 7:26 p.m. EMT finally arrives. The girl is declared dead by medical personnel and transported to the city morgue. 11:20 a.m. Coroner's report received. Cause of death determined to be drowning. No exterior signs of struggle. Suicide confirmed.
Looks like somebody did a Virginia Woolf. I wonder if there's more to it.
What does that mean?
I already got the report.
Maybe I go to the place now? Nice cabin.
"55 degrees. Not too chilly, thankfully. It doesn't belong to me. I don't want to take it without a good reason.
Well, then why say I can take it?
It's totally overflowing with cigarette butts. Somebody around here is a chain smoker. We have something in common. Good to know. Conwell Lake, where Lily Myers met her demise. Oh, gee, I would, but I forgot my swimsuit at home.
Hello?
Yes? Can I help you?
I hope so. My name's Rain. Kathy Rain.
Joseph's girl. The one they sent away.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, what do you want?
I had some questions about your daughter, Lily.
Well, you know what? I don't have any answers, girl. Lily was precious, special. Lily died. That's all there is to it.
My grandfather came to see you, right? To ask about her?
Maybe he did. I don't see how that's any of your business.
I'm not asking for much, Mrs. Myers.
Then clearly you have no idea what it's like losing a child. Goodbye.
Oh boy.
I can see someone moving inside. I don't see how those things work together.
You again.
Virginia Woolf drowned herself due to mental illness. Oh. What can I show her? Oh.
Won't you ever give up?
No. Do you know who these are?
I don't want to show her that. I should try to get her on my side first.
How do I do that? Oh, she doesn't stick around.
That combination
Church
makes no sense.
Brochure.
Stop it!
Give her some cigarettes.
Care to join me for a smoke, Mrs. Myers?
Well, I'm gonna have to think about it. What brand?
Corley Cinders. Extra long.
You got taste. I'll give you that. Well, I suppose one smoke can't hurt.
And that's when he realized it was his own bong.
Oh my, oh now that was a good one. You know what, Kathy? You're okay. Sorry for being such a cranky old bag before. I get a short fuse when I run out of smokes.
Now, that's an understatement. Good thing I had my morning smoke, otherwise we would have had a fist fight on our hands.
Oh, it's getting chilly. Why don't we head inside?
Sure, let's go.
Who's this?
Now, this here's my boy Nathan. He's special. Nate, be polite and say hello to Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi there, big guy. Very lifelike. Contrary to popular belief, I don't believe the owls are more than what they seem. Very lifelike. Nice view of the lake from here. Yet another burial ground for those sweet, addictive, not to mention cancer-inducing sticks of tobacco. I'm a huge fan.
There's some on the floor.
Nice painting. It's signed L.M.
Oh, her daughter made it.
I can smell something cooking. Elk, by the looks of it. They're fairly common in Conwell Woods. Sue has nailed the tomboy look. I like it.
So you wanted to ask me about Lily?
Yeah. Do you mind telling me what happened when my grandfather came to see you?
Well, he knocked on my door a few years after Lily had passed away. I didn't know Joseph too well myself, but I'd heard of him and the good he'd done for the other people around here. So I let him in. He started asking a bunch of questions about Lily, like if I was absolutely sure that it was suicide.
And what did you say?
The truth. That she was depressed and had been for a long time. I had no doubts about what happened.
All right. Anything else?
Well, he was weirdly curious about her paintings.
Lily painted?
Yep, that's one of hers right there on the wall.
I see, it's beautiful. So, in what way was he curious?
He asked if Lily had painted anything odd or strange. I didn't really get what he was after, but I let him have a look at her work. He spent some time browsing through them, and then he wrote something down on a piece of paper, thanked me, and left.
Huh. Any idea of what he could have seen?
Not really. I had the paintings all lined up. Could have been any of them.
Would you mind showing them to me?
Well, I would if I could, but this is the only one I have left. I sold the rest many years ago to this weirdo art collector.
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather? How he ended up in a wheelchair?
Stroke, wasn't it? At least that's what I heard.
Not necessarily. There are some divided opinions about it.
Now that I think about it, that whole ordeal happened to him not long after he came here.
How long?
A week, maybe, at the most.
Someone trying to cover up what he knew about this supposed suicide?
I don't need to ask her about that. Mind telling me what Lily was like, Sue?
I'd be happy to. She was Nathan's older sister by 2 years. Lily was like any girl growing up, normal, happy, talking about school, boys, and whatnot. And she and Nathan were close back then, always playing together in the woods. When Lily was 10, she started drawing, always doodling on just about anything she could get her hands on. We didn't have much, really, and so she used what she could. Once I even caught her scribbling on toilet paper. On her 12th birthday, we gave Lily a thick sketchbook with an assortment of pencils. She was ecstatic. That was the happiest I'd ever seen her. From that day, drawing became her life. Eventually, her art teacher at school helped her to get started with oil painting. When Lily was 15, something changed. At first, I thought it was just usual teen angst, but no, this was something different. She started going out, disappearing for long periods of time. She locked herself in when painting. She never used to do that. I tried everything. Counseling, support groups, antidepressants. Nothing worked. About a year later, she just gave up. And, well, you know the rest.
I'm sorry, Sue. That must have been unimaginable.
Thanks, darling, but it's been a while now. I've learned to live with it.
I don't need to ask her about that. Does the name Charles Wade mean anything to you?
Oh, he's some big-time businessman, ain't he?
Yeah, he owns a large company.
That about sums up what I know about the fella.
What do you do to support the two of you?
A little bit of this and that. Got me some cash saved up, too. Nathan helps out when he can.
What happened to your husband, if you don't mind me asking?
You could say he didn't quite cope as well as I did with what happened to Lily. He got himself a death wish after what happened to her, started drinking and getting into all sorts of trouble. 5 years left for him in the joint now. Been there for 15.
Man, that must be rough for you.
Oh, we're doing just fine without him. Aren't we, Nate?
Mama takes good care of us.
Mama sure does.
So, tell me about Lily's art.
It used to be about cheerful things. Landscapes, animals, bright colors. But as she drifted further into depression, she started painting horrible things. Death and decay. And the last few pieces looked like something out of a nightmare.
That's awful. Did Lily ever get any recognition for her art?
Not really. Except from the guy I told you about who bought most of her paintings.
Come here, kitty. Come here. Come on up.
Tell me about this art collector person.
Rich, fancy looking, in his 50s or thereabouts. I'd say he'd be around 70 now if he's still alive. He knocked on that door one day with a wad of cash in his hand. $5,000. He wanted everything that Lily so much as touched with a brush.
Huh. Did he say why?
Nope, but I got the feeling that most of that dough was paid so he could avoid any questions. I took the money. I still had Nathan to support.
Did the stranger give you his name?
No. Well, his face was far from forgettable, though. Big nose, bright blue eyes, looked black Irish. He had a thick black mane, turning gray, no beard.
All right, Sue. Thanks.
What are you doing? Pretty girl. Can I show her anything?
What do you think about this church?
It's a good church. I go there from time to time. I bring Nate, too, when that boy needs the fear of God put into him.
No reason to show her that.
What about the other one?
Hey, Sue, do you recognize any of these men?
Well, there's Joseph Rain. Always so handsome. I had such a crush on him back in the day. And... no way. That's him. The man who bought the paintings. He's much younger here, but there's no mistaking that hair and nose.
Are you sure?
I'm positive, little cat. That's the guy who walked into this cabin with $5,000 in cash.
That's very helpful, Sue. Thanks. Ugh. Another question for the elusive Mr. Wade.
What are you doing? Yeah, I have to talk to Wade somehow. But he's a big business.
I think I'm gonna head off now.
Sure thing, little cat. Come back anytime.
Little cat. Little cat. Yeah. My little kitty. You just purring up a storm, huh? Just purring up a storm? You so happy? I could try them on the phone, but I have to talk to Nathan.
It's Nathan, Sue's mentally disabled son. What you doing, big fella?
Hey, kitty.
Drawing.
Oh yeah? What are you drawing?
The nice red man.
You mean Santa?
No, the nice red man.
Now, what did I say about raising your voice at strangers?
Sorry, Mama. I'll be nice. The red man is nice.
Don't mind him. He gets so absorbed in his drawings thanks to that wild imagination of his, just like his sister.
Red man?
Nathan, do you know who these people are?
No.
Are you like some
I don't need to show that to him.
smart guy with math? No. Not that kind of special. Okay then.
It's
Why are you
an
just
early
standing
painting
there,
by
kitty?
Louis Myers.
The Catmobile.
It's the Catmobile, my custom chopper bike. Plenty of gas in the tank. She was born a '76 Corley Motors, but there aren't many original parts left. Took me a couple of years to make her perfect.
What are you just standing there for, kitty? Kitty butt. Little baby.
I got that number already.
Oh, right. Kitty. My.
Connell
Hey.
Air Force Base, how can I help you?
Hi. I was just wondering if you had time to answer a few questions.
Sure thing.
I don't see a reason to ask him about that. I don't see a...
Nope. Can't ask him anything.
Do you recognize the...
Afraid not, ma'am. I know all the...
This isn't current, though. It might have...
Oh, that's unfortunate. We don't keep any official
I
records
have to
of
get a
call signs.
hold of.
Any suggestions?
The only person I can think of.
All right, thanks.
My pleasure, ma'am.
All right, that's all.
That's who's gonna
Goodbye,
know
ma'am.
things. Kitty Mal.
Oh, hello.
I don't know if she has anything new.
Mind if we
either.
talk?
Not at all.
I don't see a reason to...
Nope.
Well, gotta go, Grams. Talk...
Bye, Kathy.
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kathy.
Nah, I don't want to ask him about... I probably shouldn't. Hey, Lenny, do you...
Not really.
Well, gotta go.
See ya.
A bunch of...
How's the paperwork coming along, Lenny?
Okay, I guess. Maybe halfway through.
That action doesn't seem productive to me.
I wanted to compare.
Again? Oh, man.
Your motivation shouldn't be limited by your growling stomach, Lenny.
If you say so, boss.
Hello, Sheriff. I don't need to ask him that. He's new in town. I don't think he knows those men. That's all for now.
Good.
How would I get to Wade? I'm missing something.
Lenny, I need you to do something.
How can I help, boss?
It's my mother's birthday this weekend. You'll have to get her a gift.
Gift? Like what? I don't really know your mother.
For Christ's sakes, all moms are the same. Just use your imagination.
I have no clue anymore. Maybe I'll see that kid again?
I never thought I'd return to... No reason to go.
Shoot.
I'll write down clues in this as I find them. I wonder who this cocky person really is, and why he needed Grandpa's help so desperately. What really happened to you that night, Grandpa? I don't have anything to say about that. Something was special about that girl. I just know it. Charles Wade. I don't know how, but I will talk to you one way or another. Something was special about that girl. Grandpa in uniform with 2 other men. Something is handwritten on the back. Flight training, McConnell Air Force Base, 1941.
41. No, just let me out. Yeah, baby. Kitty, do you know what to do next? Hmm? Do you know what to do next? No, don't sniff my armpit. You're not helping me.
It's a photo of this very farm from way back. I don't see how those things worked.
Yeah, rubbing everything on everything else.
Oh. Planes. I already showed her that. I already showed her that. Nah, nothing like that in here. I got her family's address already. Damn, no Charles Wade in here. Was worth a shot, but being rich and famous and all, I guess he's got a hidden number. No hit for Wade Industries either, but it was kind of a long shot for them to have an office in this small county anyway. I should try to get a hold of him some other way.
What other way? Do you want on my lap? There you go. Where are you going? No, just stay. Just stay on my lap, you silly puss. Stay. Small key. Which I don't know what it goes to. Yeah, my cat is very cuddly. She loves me so much. Well, shoot. The key is actually from my grandfather's suitcase.
Oh, it's you again. Come on in.
I wonder what this unlocks. Do you know what this key opens?
Well, that's a bit of a weird question, ain't it?
Yeah.
But no.
Oh.
I already showed her that. I don't need to show that to him.
I mean, I can go check the holding cell again, but I don't... Didn't say if there was evidence, did it? For the Lily Myers case.
Hey, Sheriff, what's the deal with that bum?
What bum?
There's some tools and these evidence lockers.
I'll need a key.
But I don't think the key is to that because this was my grandpa's key.
That combination makes no sense. Just a bunch of boxes filled with office supplies. Too heavy to carry around and too noisy to use in here without getting caught. No wanted.
Oh.
I got an achievement for turning that back on.
I don't want to give any of my stuff to a criminal. I might not get it back.
I don't want to
Now
give
that's
it to
just
him.
presumptuous.
I just wanted to show him.
I think he's been adequately punished as is.
Oh, I'm sorry, kitty. I just was gonna tase a bum. Shoot. No, that just bothers him. It just bothers the bum. Like it does. It didn't. It just made it hard to talk. Something would be too. Oh, you know that's
How's the paperwork coming along, Lenny?
true. But I don't
okay,
know
I
that the
guess.
TV would
Maybe
cover
halfway
enough.
through.
Cover up the noise of tools.
Too heavy to carry around and too noisy to use in here
No,
without getting
still
caught.
not.
Brilliant idea to leave those lying around next to evidence lockers and locked cells. Huh, very funny.
What could I use the mop for? Okay. Lenny.
Lenny, I need you.
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kathy. What's up?
I probably shouldn't. He might ask where I got it from.
I've been able to call
Well, gotta go.
my friend Eileen.
Hey, do you mind if I use this phone here?
Sorry, that's not allowed.
My friend Eileen and the McConnell Air Force Base. I can try Eileen.
Hi, this is Eileen speaking.
Hey, it's me, Kat.
Oh, hi, what's up?
I don't need to ask her about that. I'm trying to contact Charles Wade. You know, the industrialist?
Wow, really? Why?
It's complicated, but he knew Grandpa back in the day. They went to war together.
Huh. Must be super hard to get in touch.
Yeah, I'm finding that out.
Maybe you could ask someone in the Air Force. If he used to serve with your granddad, I mean.
Yeah, could be worth a shot. Okay, gotta go. Talk to you later.
Maybe I can go back to the... No, I can't go back there. I was gonna say, can I go back to my dorm, but I can't. Oops. Just go back. The green phone does stand out, and I was able to use it when he was distracted. Who was it that I was able to call and I could pretend I was the sheriff or a cop? Oh, I don't remember now.
Hey, Sheriff? What's the deal with that bum?
What bum?
Hey.
Hi there.
Could you distract Lenny again?
Sure, I needed to puke again anyway.
Good to know. Guess what? He's having some kind of fit in there.
No.
Here we go again.
Who could I call?
McConnell Air Force Base, how can I help you?
Hi, I was just...
Sure thing.
I don't see a reason to ask. All right, that's all.
Goodbye, ma'am.
Nope, not gonna do that. I can't deny that I'm a childish person, but come on.
They wrote that in. I don't know, man. Who else is from the Air Force Base?
Hi, this is Eileen.
Hey, it's me.
Oh,
I'm trying to find this guy, but
well, what do you know?
not much.
Maybe you could try to find somebody in the Air Force who knew him then?
Yeah.
That doesn't help
Okay,
me.
gotta go. Talk to you later.
Bye, Kathy.
Yeah, I did. I asked everything.
That action doesn't seem productive to me.
McConnell Airport.
Hi.
Sure thing.
Oh, I can't even bring up, like, items.
Do you know anything?
I know that he was no longer stationed here at the base, but as a Conwell Springs citizen, sure, how he was found by the sheriff all messed up. Well,
Any theory as to...
I'm afraid not,
Old
ma'am.
sheriff.
But I'm positive that it had...
Okay, what can you tell me about...
Well, Joseph Rain is a legend around. I was fortunate enough to meet him before he suffered. I'm positive that he would have...
Any idea of why he quit?
Oh, your...
Granddaughter.
Well, then I'm sorry for your loss.
Appreciate it, buddy.
I shouldn't speak ill of the dead, but me? I don't think so. Maybe it was just guilt.
Gotcha. Thanks for the thoughts. What can you tell me about McConnell?
This is one of the oldest. The main purpose of it is in the late 80s, the school started some of the most famous dogfighters in U.S. history, such as Ethan Fireball Jenkins, Joseph Vigilante Rain, and Brett Savior Myers trained at this very base. Charles
Lily
Wade, the great
Myers,
industrialist, did
Brett
too.
Myers?
Some claim that many of his revolutionary ideas came from...
Interesting. I don't see a reason to ask him about that. I'm trying to get a hold of...
I'm sorry, ma'am, but he has explicitly asked us not to provide...
Is there any way you could make an exception?
Oh, can do. I can't really help you out unless you...
Oh, here.
I do have official business. I'm Deputy Reagan. I'm calling from Conwell Springs Sheriff's Department.
I can see that you're actually calling from the station. You say you're a cop? You don't sound like a cop.
Accuse him of being sexist? Ignore his doubts? Threaten to report him?
Contacting Mr. Wade is crucial to an ongoing investigation. I can't divulge any details at this time, but I'm going to need that number right away.
I don't believe you. Put the sheriff on.
Crap.
Yeah, maybe I should do that. Oops. He doesn't believe me. Oh yeah, I'm gonna call him a sexist. That's what I'm gonna do.
McConnell Airport.
Hi.
Sure thing.
I'm trying...
I'm sorry.
Is there any...
Okay.
I do have...
Sexist.
What the hell is that supposed to mean? It's just because I'm a woman, right? Women don't belong in law enforcement? Is that what you're saying? That's so sexist.
Now that's hardly what...
Do you have any idea what I have to go through every day? Nobody takes me seriously. The dirty looks, the sexual innuendos,
Relax, okay? I'll check the files.
It did work.
It's 555-7641.
Thanks, buddy.
Nice. This is the police.
Wade residence?
Hi, this is Kathy Rain. I'm calling for Charles Wade.
He doesn't live here anymore. What's this about? What do you want with my father?
I'd just like to have a quick word with Mr. Wade. It's about my grandfather, Joseph Rain.
You're 20 years late, girl. My father has neither time nor energy to deal with you people.
But
this conversation is over. Unless my father explicitly says he wants to talk to you, it's not going to happen.
what a stuck-up, overclass witch. Well, she hasn't heard the last from me. I'm going to talk to that old man one way or another. It's getting late. I should head back to the city.
Oh. Okay. That was the last thing I needed to do for the day, I guess. Here I go.
Hey, you're still up.
I was wondering when you'd show up. How did it go?
Long story. I found out about some stuff that happened when I was a kid.
Wow. What a mystery. So what's the plan now?
I don't know yet, but I'll figure something out.
What about this Charles Wade? You still haven't talked to him? And that strange bright picture you showed me? Those tapes? Listen, I know this guy.
Eileen, relax. We can talk about it tomorrow, okay? Oh, it's way too late now.
Oh, I couldn't possibly sleep now. I'm way too excited.
Well, that makes one of us. Nighty.
Good night, Kat.
Sleeping in her clothes again.
Hey, Kathy, wake up!
You are so lucky there are no sharp objects near this bed.
Guess what? I got an idea.
Please tell me it involves you taking a sabbatical.
Haha, so you found all this evidence, right? Pictures, tapes, and stuff?
I guess. Why?
Well, as you know, I have a computer. And I know this hacker guy, Dave, and... Oh, never mind. I'll just write you a note. You go back to sleep.
Seriously, Eileen, sometimes I just marvel at how your brain works.
I know, right?
Are you sure you want to do this, Catherine? You still have time, if you think there's any chance you would change your mind.
I'm sure, Doctor. Just get it out of me. But please, don't tell my mom.
I'm sorry, but we have to do that. It's the law.
It's none of her business. It's my choice to make. I have enough shit going on with her already. This would just add fuel to the fire.
I'm afraid there's nothing I can do.
Fine. Let's just get this over with then.
Right this way.
Ugh, I hate that dream. I guess Eileen went to class. I probably should too. Nah. Nah, it's no fun when there's no one around to annoy with it. Oh, what's this? Hi, Kat. Feel free to use my computer while I'm away. My password is AngelLove, without the quotes. If you call my friend Dave at 555-2492, he can set you up with some software. I'll be back in a few hours, super psyched about the investigation. E. P.S. No gum on the keyboard, please. Remember the last time? Oh, please, like she actually uses the spacebar. Shit, looks like she forgot to write down the username. Oh well, shouldn't be too hard to guess. I think it's just some combination of her first and last name.
Does she have dial-up too? Well, it's 95.
Eileen's schedule. There's a note for today. Eileen's girly suitcase. There's a sticker on it with her full name. Eileen Mildred Summers.
Damn it. Oh! That worked! Floppy drive empty. It's empty scanner. Well, this is the worst computer. What am I scanning? Oh.
It's some advanced scanner thingy.
I need to call what's his face. Dave.
Yeah?
Hey, I'm Kathy. Eileen said to call you about some software.
Ellie who?
Eileen. Red hair, glasses, speaks so fast her gums ache.
Oh, right. I thought her name was Errol. Figured it was kind of a weird name for a girl.
You must have a hearing disorder.
You must have a thinking disorder. Burn.
Wow. Just wow. So, the software?
Oh, yeah. No, can't. Not really.
I knew she was full of shit.
Nah, I mean, sure, I used to be able to get pirated software, but not anymore. There was this misunderstanding and my network privileges were revoked. Me and Clyde, the campus IT guy, don't really see eye to eye. We used to play bocce together, and let's just say he is one sore loser.
Can't you just patch things up with the guy?
No way. He's such an ass. He even thinks TNG is better than the original series.
I kind of agree.
He thinks the what is better than the what?
I know, right? Can you believe that guy?
Can't you just hack your way back in somehow? Isn't that what you do?
He blocked the Ethernet port in my room. I don't even have physical access.
Don't you ever leave your room? Use a computer in the library or something. Aren't they connected to the network?
No, there are cameras in there. Clyde is just waiting for me to make a move so he can get me expelled.
You call yourself a hacker? Just use your brain, for Christ's sake. Let's figure this out.
Yeah, the
wow,
first season
you're so
wasn't.
sassy, Nancy Drew. Well, okay. Only an admin account can change the access ports. The only way to even theoretically crack one would be if Clyde logged onto a machine to which we have unrestricted physical access. And... ooh, I got an idea.
I'm not gonna like this.
Well, what you could do is intentionally crash your PC.
That sounds especially stupid.
Well, not crash it, just crash it a little, then call Clyde. Clyde will come over to fix it. If you're lucky, then he'll log onto the network using his admin account. Afterwards, you can use some of my tools to find and crack the passwords locally.
Worth a shot, I guess. Okay, you can come over and set it up.
No way. I have severe IBS, it just wouldn't work.
IBS? What the hell is that?
You seriously don't want to know. I'll have my buddy drop off everything you need. It's not rocket science. You do what I ask, and I'll get you some juicy software. Quid pro quo, Clarice.
Whatever, weirdo. We'll see.
Okay.
A thick white envelope. These must be the instructions from Dave. There was a floppy disk in there with a note taped to the back. It's labeled boot. 1. Boot your computer using the blue floppy. 2. Use the corrupt MBR utility to crash the file system of the computer. Take the floppy out and reboot. 3. Call Clyde at 555-8181. Tell him your computer crashed and give him the error code on the screen. He'll come over and have a look. It shouldn't take too long for him to fix. 4. Now comes the crucial part. You need to somehow make him log on with his admin account. 5. Reboot and retrieve the admin credentials using the blue floppy. 6. Reboot and log on using Clyde's admin account. 7. Look for some kind of tool to remotely open my Ethernet port. Dorm B, room 8. That's it. And remember, if you mess up somewhere, just call Clyde, and he'll have to take care of it. It's his job, after all.
Okay.
No use doing that before Clyde.
Oh.
All right, time for some expert help.
Oh, Clyde.
IT, this is Clyde speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, I need you to come and fix my roommate's computer.
What seems to be the problem?
It won't start up. There's some kind of system failure with an error code on the screen.
Probably a hard drive failure. Which room are you in?
Dorm A, room 5.
I'll be there in a few minutes.
Thanks.
There's Dave. Clyde.
Hey, Clyde from IT.
Hi, come in.
Looks like Dwight Schrute.
My, oh my, now how did this happen?
I have no idea. It was like this when I started it up this morning.
Let's have a look. And presto, good as new.
That's perfect. Could you try logging on real quick just to make sure it works?
You go ahead, I'll wait.
Maybe I just type in the wrong password 3 times? 4 times? Account locked, contact campus IT.
Oh, now look what I did.
For crying out loud. Let me try to log in with my account. Okay, everything seems to be in order. I've unlocked your account. Please, try not to break anything else.
Break anything.
I'll try. Phase 1 complete.
And now... Admin gadget. Welcome, Clyde. What, storm is he in again? Oh, fuck. I'm gonna have to call Dave again. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
Hey, it's me again, Kathy.
Can't talk right now. In the middle of the game.
Douche.
Oh.
1. Boot your 2. 3. Call Clyde at 4. Now comes 5. Reboot and 6. Reboot and log 7. Look for some kind of tool to remotely open my Ethernet port.
Dorm B, room 8.
That's it. And
You're
remember,
right.
if you mess up somewhere, just call Clyde, and he'll have to take care of it. It's his job after all.
You were right. Good memory.
All right, that should do it.
Turn it on. And then I have to find something, a physical tool. Can I call Dave now? Is he still in a game?
Yeah.
Guess what?
You got it? Oh man, I could kiss you! Figuratively, that is. I am so gonna get back at Clyde now. What are those admin credentials, by the way?
Not telling, buddy. Saving those for a rainy day.
Huh. I suppose this nice floppy I've prepared for you stays in my room then.
Sure, then I'll just have to log back on and click that pretty little lock icon again.
Now this is just emotional blackmail.
Quid pro quo, Dave.
Fine. I'll have it dropped off at your room. God damn, you're like a she-Clyde. A Clyde-esque.
Huh. That is the worst insult I've ever heard. Later, Dave.
Later, Dave. Gimme.
I'll just get rid of these notes now. I don't need them anymore.
Notes?
There was a floppy disk inside. It's labeled Tools.
VoiceForge Image Analyzer. Drag and drop image files to analyze. Audio files. Okay, so I need to scan. My photo. Right picture. Brightness filtering.
What the hell is that? Ball lightning? I'll print the whole picture for now, but there's probably more to find.
Wow. Brightness anomalies form a tilted equilateral triangle.
That shape has to be significant somehow.
I printed it, right? Printer?
It's the stuff I printed just now. I'll just get rid of the original picture now, since I have the restored version anyway. Strange. Now that I look at them, the lights remind me of some...
Oh, the church brochure.
Wow, the church logo looks pretty similar to the smoky lights. I might have to visit them after all.
Mm-hmm.
A printed picture of the strange smoky lights. It appears to have been taken somewhere in Conwell Woods. Ugh, I feel strange just looking at them.
I was calling about... Maybe I can ask them about the church?
McConnell Air Force Base.
Hi.
Sure thing.
I don't see a reason.
Nope.
Alright, that's all.
Goodbye, ma'am.
Nope. Okay. Grandma.
We meet again, Mr. Bear. Don't give me that.
Oh.
Nah, I have nowhere I need to go right now.
Really? How do I get voice files on here?
The tapes can be put directly in the scanner.
Really? I've never known a scanner to be able to read tapes.
Okay, Erica Wade, let's see if we can't motivate you to hear me out.
You've reached the Rain residence. Leave a message after the beep. Hello, Joseph, Mrs. Rain. It's me, Charles. I thought I'd give you a call. Erica just had her firstborn. It's a boy. Thankfully, he looks nothing like his father. Listen, I was thinking maybe you'd like to come and visit. And what about your little Kathy? Maybe she wants to see the baby. Well, anyways, I hope to see you soon. All the best. Bye.
How? No.
What the hell? Calm down, Kathy. Think. Just think. It has to be some sick joke left in the program by Dave. Yeah, that must be it. He is one twisted fuck.
You people make me sick. We're never coming back. Don't call, don't write. If you ever try to contact us, I will call the police.
Joseph, you there? It's me, Cocky. It happened to me too. And I'm not going to tell any of those bastards. They got it all wrong. You're the only one I trust now. Just call me back as soon as you can.
Hello, Joseph, Mrs. Rain. It's me, Charles. I thought I'd give you a call. Erica just had her firstborn. It's a boy, thankfully. Hello, Joseph, Mrs. Rain. It's me, Charles. I thought I'd give you a call. Erica just had her firstborn. It's a boy. Thankfully, he looks nothing like his father. Listen, I was thinking maybe you'd like to come and visit.
I don't know.
And what about your little Kathy? Maybe she wants to see the baby. Well, anyways, I hope to see you soon. All the best. Bye.
Yeah, what did that lady say exactly? Hello, it's me, Charles. I'd like Kathy Rain to visit. I don't know what else to say.
I should probably greet my intended recipient first.
Oh. What's her name?
Hello, Joseph, Mrs. Rain. It's me, Charles. I thought I'd give you a call. Erica just had her firstborn. It's a boy. Thankfully, he looks nothing like his father. Listen, I was thinking maybe you'd like to come and visit. And what about your little Kathy? Maybe she wants to see the baby. Well, anyways, I hope to see you soon. All the best. Bye.
I should probably mention myself, Kathy.
Yeah.
I don't think I need to mention visits just yet. Making Erica agree to have a civil conversation should be enough for now.
Oh, to talk? Okay. Is there talk? Call Kathy Rain?
Almost. Just a few more tweaks.
There we go.
That should work.
Your father, call Kathy Rain and give her what she wants. Bye.
Alright, the forged message should now be at the end of the original tape.
Okay.
It's some advanced scanner thingy. Standard microtape.
No.
Not right now. I have the forged message ready for playback.
Okay. So then I call back.
You've reached Erica Wade. Leave a message after the beep.
Hello, Erica. It's your father. Call Kathy Rain and give her what she wants. Bye.
Who am I calling now?
You've reached Erica Wade. Leave a message after the beep.
Hi, Erica. This is Kathy Rain. I spoke to your father. He asked me to get in touch with you and said he would call ahead. You can reach me at 555-8352. Bye.
There we
Your
go.
move, Erica.
Ring ring. Oh.
Oh, hello there, Mildred.
Hi yourself, Agatha.
What? How'd you...
Really?
Oh, never mind.
Oh, I get it.
I know your social security number too.
Oh, God. Soon you'll start stealing my clothes and then walk around in them pretending to be me.
Who says I haven't done that already?
Okay, I admit that's pretty funny.
So anyway, how did things go with Dave?
Pretty good. I had to sabotage your computer.
You had to what?
Oh, chill outy. It was just a tiny little thing. I just needed an excuse for the IT guy to come by so I could steal his password.
Clyde? But he's so nice. Why'd you want to steal his password?
It's a long story. And then I used Mr. Wade's synthesized voice to craft this fake message, which I left on her answering machine.
Now that's some out-of-the-box thinking.
Yep, just might be silly enough to work.
Yeah. Anyhow, feel free to keep using my computer. I need to do some homework anyway.
Sounds good. I think I'll have another crack at analyzing the picture of the lights. Maybe I can find some clue as to where it was taken. Nah, I have nowhere I need to go right now.
What is that? How can I find out where it was taken? From here. Over here? There's nothing in the corner. Is this corner? Yeah.
I don't want to print that part of the image.
We don't.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that's all there is to find in
Printed
this picture.
The picture of the flower? Huh. Okay. Can I leave now?
Nah, I have nowhere I need to... Hey, E, check this out.
Wow, they're hypnotic. Looks like a will-o'-the-wisp. You know, the spirit of the forest.
Now, that's just silly, Eileen. There has to be a more reasonable explanation for them.
Hey, there's nothing silly about forest spirits. You should talk to Meadow, my Wiccan friend. She's really opened my eyes about these sort of things.
Isn't that the same Meadow who had an intimate relationship with a tree outside her dorm?
Oh, come on. That was just a phase.
Trust me, I've been through every phase in the book. That definitely isn't one of them. Things are shaping up. I'm starting to get some good leads on the picture of the three lights.
Cool. Is there anything I can help with?
Yeah, what's this
Well,
flower?
my side of the room is starting to get a bit messy. There's always that.
I meant with the investigation, silly.
I guess you could try to find out more about these lights. Maybe figure out where that picture was taken.
I know exactly where to start.
Good. I'm gonna get some food now before I pass out.
Okie dokie. I'll grab my books and get cracking.
All right. See you in a bit. Hey.
Hey.
So, any progress with the search?
Yeah, I was able to identify that flower. It's called the Red Scythe, or Rosea falcus. I discovered that there was a small nature reserve near Conwell Springs, which was established in '89. The Red Scythe is on their list of endangered plants. I made a photocopy of the botany book page in case you want it later.
That's something. I should go check it out. Maybe I can narrow down the place where that picture was taken. And, good work, Eileen.
Happy to help. So what...
Hey.
Oh, hang on. I'll go get that.
Okie dokie.
Hello?
This is Erica Wade calling for Kathy Rain.
Speaking.
Miss Rain, this is terribly awkward. I realize now how rude I was before. I wanted to apologize and ask if there is anything I can do.
Apology accepted. You can start by answering a few questions.
Very well.
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather that night in '81?
Not really, no. But what I do know is how it destroyed Father.
It did?
Oh, yes. The two of them were great friends once. And when Joseph was hurt, they hadn't been talking for some time. Father always hoped they would be able to reconnect one day. He kept putting it off, believing they had time. But in the end, it never happened.
So, what were things like back when they were still good friends?
Oh, they were like peas in a pod. Always sharing their war stories and laughing together. In a way, Joseph became the uncle I never had. He was around a lot when Father went out on business trips. Later on, I even met you a few times, when you were just a baby.
I don't remember any of that.
Oh, no matter, you were so little then.
Erica, I have to ask. Why were you so defensive on the phone earlier when I tried to reach out?
Oh, I don't know, Kathy. Our families haven't been in touch for a long time. I don't remember exactly when it happened, but we all started drifting apart. My guess is that it had to do with Father's growing wealth. Friendship needs common ground, and we started living in different worlds. What happened to your grandfather was the final nail in the coffin. Father just couldn't bear seeing him like that, neither alive nor dead.
What do you know about Lily Myers?
She was a young artist who lived somewhere in Conwell Springs. Killed herself, if I recall correctly. Dreadful thing. But other than that, not much. We never knew the family.
Do you recognize the nickname Cocky? It may be an Air Force call sign.
I can't say that I do. Father had many friends in the Air Force, but no one I can recall by that name.
What can you tell me about Mr. Wade?
My father is a great man. He has so many ideas, so much left to realize, which makes it hurt so much more to see him like this.
See him like what?
The illness and everything, of course.
Right. Yeah, it must be hard.
Oh, yes, indeed. I wish he wouldn't be so stubborn with his treatment. He could go to any state-of-the-art hospital, but insists on being treated in that backwater clinic in Conwell Springs.
The community clinic in the middle of town?
Yes. It's like he's given up and is just waiting for the inevitable to happen.
What do you know about Lily Meyer's art?
Oh, that little girl had a twisted mind, let me tell you that. Oh, my father used to have a few pieces of hers in his collection. Horrible things. I couldn't understand why he ever decided to procure them in the first place.
You say used to have. Did he get rid of the paintings?
Oh, either that or he put them in storage somewhere. I haven't seen them for years. I never bothered to ask him why. Glad to be rid of them, quite frankly.
Do you know anything about the Church of the Holy Trinity?
It's the one and only church in Conwell Springs. I was baptized there, and I married my husband there.
Anything out of the ordinary about them?
Oh, not really. They seem like a typical church to me.
Okay, that's all I needed.
Very well. Feel free to call back if you have any more questions.
I will.
All right. Wade is in Conwell Springs. He's being treated in the clinic.
And you look up that location?
That was Erica Wade. Her father is being treated at the clinic in Conwell Springs.
Or do I know where that
Being
is?
treated? He's sick?
Looks that way. Small miracle they managed to keep it out of the press.
Yeah, I suppose you are returning to talk to him?
It'll have to be tomorrow. It's quite late for that now.
Yeah, it
I
is.
suppose. Scrabble?
Oh, you're so on. I will crush you.
They're hypnotic. Achievement unlocked. Uh-oh. Kathy dreams.
Turning your pawn into a queen, is that the plan, buddy boy? You know me, I'm always playing the long game, old friend. That may be, but you're running out of pieces. First you lost your queen, then your knight. All that matters is the king. Illusional as always. The king is dead. Long live the king, check.
The hell?
Good morning, sunshine.
Please tell me I dreamt all those Scrabble losses last night.
3 times in a row.
Rub it in, why don't you? I'll just go strangle myself now.
Oh, you. Don't be a sore loser. So what's the plan today?
Mr. Wade is the plan. I'll head for the clinic right away. While I'm at it, I'm gonna check out the church and the nature reserve.
Okie dokie. What can I do to help?
Why don't you continue looking into the lights? I have a feeling they're the key to solving all of this. You could also look up the history of Conwell Springs in general, see if anything unusual has been going on.
I'll get right on it.
Great. Thanks, E.
Oh, by the way, don't forget to check out the page I gave you about the red scythe. It's a pretty interesting flower.
Right. Yeah. It's a photocopy of a book page with information about the red scythe flower. Here's an interesting segment. Another interesting trait of the red scythe is the smell, which is familiar to that of a pepper. The pollen of the plant has also been known to cause hallucinations in concentrated amounts. Native American tribes harvested and smoked the plant for that reason, but the flower never caught on as a modern recreational drug due to the difficulty of growing it. Hey, E, got a sec?
Sure thing, Kathy. What's up?
What's your opinion on the Church of the Holy Trinity?
They seem like an okay bunch to me. Just your regular old Christians. My kind of crowd.
That's just it. They seem a bit too normal. And there's that logo, too.
It could just be a coincidence, Kathy. The Holy Trinity is typically portrayed as a triangle.
I don't believe in coincidences, E. I believe in action and reaction.
Gee, you sound like a starship captain. Captain Rain of the USS Dignity. Here to save the galaxy.
Oh, please, kill me now. Any ideas about what happened to my grandfather in 81?
Beats me. Maybe he found what he was looking for. Or it found him.
Did you just quote a tagline from one of those cheesy horror novels?
Maybe.
I wonder what was so special about Lily Myers. Well, besides her being a talented artist who drowned herself in a lake.
I bet there's some secret about her art. Let's hope Charles Wade has some answers.
What do you think of this cocky person?
Well, the nickname makes me think of, you know, boy parts.
And you call yourself a Christian. So, what's your take on this Charles Wade?
I'm not sure. He sounded like a super nice guy on that tape, but media says that he's a ruthless businessman.
The tape is over 2 decades old. Maybe he's changed.
Either that or he is very different in his private life. Hard to know without actually seeing him.
What do you think of Lily Myers' art?
I actually looked her up this morning, and I couldn't find any records of her being recognized as an artist.
Yeah, I doubt there was ever a chance for that to happen. Wade bought everything shortly after she died. I only got a chance to see this one picture. Wasn't all that bad, but nothing breathtaking.
Well, maybe there's more to her art than meets the eye. Something Wade knew, and we're missing.
Is Wade the collector
Yeah,
then?
maybe.
Or is it somebody else?
I already showed her that. I should get back to the investigation.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
All right, I'm off. Peace out, E.
Okie dokie. Good luck, and see you later.
Oh boy. Why are you digging through the trash? Were you the same bum as earlier?
Yep, it's full of trash. Figure that. Yeah, I'm good, thanks. It's that homeless guy who helped me distract
him.
Lenny. We meet again, Mr. Homeless Guy.
Homeless? That's the worst thing I ever heard of, and totally untrue.
So, what's up with the trash can? Digging for treasure?
Well, I'm just going through a rough patch. By the way, you owe me $10.
Nah, you agreed to 7.
You're busting my balls here.
Better get those balls checked out in this clinic then.
So cold. Like a stake through the heart.
What do they call you anyway?
Gober. Everyone calls me Gober.
All right, I'm Kathy.
Pleasure to meet you.
So, what's your story anyway?
My story?
Yeah, don't all bums have a story?
For your information, this is all just a dry streak in my showbiz career.
Is that so? I don't recognize you at all.
I used to have more hair.
That I actually believe.
Come on, man. Frankie Gold is my stage name. Surely you must have heard of me.
Not really, no.
Oh, come on. I have starred in dozens of Hollywood movies. The Silence of the Lambert, Jacob's Bladder, The usual surprises? Natural bald killers?
Not ringing any bells.
Kids these days, no appreciation for quality cinema. Breaks my heart.
So, tell me about this acting career of yours.
What about it?
Tell me about The Silence of Lambert.
Lawrence Lambert, a real estate agent, suddenly turns mute overnight. For weeks, he tries to communicate with customers using a self-invented sign language, only to realize that true love needs no communication at all. He marries his housekeeper, who only knows 2 words in English, yes and clean. In the end, Lawrence dies of a heart attack in the arms of his lovely wife, Consuelo Lambert Vasquez. Based on a true story.
I'm not sure I want to know what Jacob's Bladder is about, but I'm gonna ask anyway.
Jacob's Bladder. The tragic story of Jacob Cobb, a schizophrenic man who forms an imaginary romantic relationship with his bladder. During long and joyful monologues on the can, he starts referring to his nether regions by the name of Jenny. Sadly, before Jacob has a chance to elope with his sweetheart, he gets committed to an asylum due to increasingly erratic behavior. After a big fight with his paramour, Jacob refuses to pee for a week, and he dies from a ruptured bladder.
Give me the rundown on The Usual Surprises.
A lighthearted comedy taking place during the surprise birthday party of 34-year-old Sid McBacon. The story is told from 8 different perspectives to keep the audience guessing who the protagonist actually is. The movie ends with the biggest surprise of them all. Sid suddenly dies of an epileptic seizure. I guess it's more of a dark comedy.
God.
Natural Bald Killers?
It's a dystopian vision of the future where people are valued by the quality of their hair. The protagonist, Eddie Zephyr, turns bald in high school. One day, he has simply had enough of all the teasing and the bullying, and he completely snaps and heads out on a scalping spree in search of the perfect head of hair. Eddie makes his way to Mexico for an illegal hair transplant. However, he has an adverse reaction to the anesthesia and he dies on the operating table.
Oh, never mind.
Not the cultured type. I understand.
Wait, what was that?
So...
What about?
Why always deaths at the end? Ah, that's what I was wondering.
Why do you always die at the end of your movies?
Typecasting.
Oh, never mind.
Not the cultured type. I understand.
I need to ask you a few questions.
Sounds serious. Ask away.
Oh, tired.
Do you know what happened to Joseph Rain in '81?
I most certainly do.
What? Tell me.
Are you sure you want to know? Not everyone can handle the truth.
Oh, just spit it out.
Okay, here we go. Ready? Abducted by aliens.
I should have known better.
Oh, I saw it, man. A big, huge light. I was a bit drunk at the time, but I had my reasons. My wife had just left me, taking the dog, not to mention I was being conscripted for the war. But I'm telling you, those goddamn aliens took him and they experimented on him. And that's why he was so messed up when they put him back.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop you there.
Open your mind, man.
Do you know who Lily Myers was?
Yep, my dad was the one who found her floating in the lake.
Your dad?
Really? What can you tell me about her?
Ah, geez, not a lot. I mean, teenage girls, man, they're like their own species. Impossible to figure out. Not to mention how that entire family ain't, like, people-friendly.
Now that's an understatement. Nearly started brawling with Sue the first time I met her.
She could sure deal out a mean whooping, that lady.
Do you recognize the nickname Cocky?
Why, I used to call myself that back in Nam. Oh, how I miss that marvelous youthful ego of mine.
Ah, why do I even bother? Do you know who Charles Wade is?
Sure, he's been holed up in this clinic for the last couple of weeks.
You saw Charles Wade go in there?
Well, yeah, I just told you, man.
How did he look?
Okay, I guess. Still walking, at least.
What do you know about Lily Meyer's art?
Nothing but hearsay. People say it was pretty deranged.
What's your opinion on the Church of the Holy Trinity?
I'd say they're good people. Isaac the priest is, anyway. His dad, Father Bill, on the other hand, though, he and the people he had around him were into some weird shit.
What kind of weird shit?
I don't know, they were like a cult or something, with Billy Praise himself at the top. Really shifty bunch of folks. Isaac turned it all around when his dad kicked the bucket, made it a proper church.
Interesting. Do you know anyone else who was involved in the old church?
Not really. I tried to stay as far away from those people as possible. Ask Isaac about it. He's a friendly guy.
All right. I might do that. Do you know anything about this flower?
It's red?
Enlightening. Do you know what this is?
Chinese fireworks, of course. I grew up in Shanghai. I know what I'm talking about. They used to call me Dong Pai, meaning round-eyed baldy. Those were some rough years. I miss the food, not to mention the women. Got 2 kids down there now, Mei Lin and Little Ping.
Time to hit the off switch now, buddy. Do you recognize these men?
That's your granddad, right?
Yeah. What about the other 2?
No idea. I think my face blindness is acting up again.
Okay.
I guess that's all he has for me.
Okay, that's enough serious questions for now.
Alrighty.
Okay, I'm off.
Bye.
Goob.
No thanks. Women's magazines make my brain melt.
I know, right? I think I showed him everything that was worth showing him. I didn't show him the key, but
do you know what this key opens?
Your heart, mademoiselle?
Oh, brother.
I think that's everything that I can ask him about. Want me to tase him? Oh gosh. I'm really sleepy. Oh, I can save. I don't know what to name it. I know it's only 1:30, but God, I'm yawning like crazy. Like, you might even notice that I was trying to yawn with my mouth closed to not be like on stream. So I think I'm going to call it a night here and play the rest tomorrow. But we know what we gotta do. We gotta talk to Charles Wade in the clinic. We gotta figure out where the picture was taken with the red flower. And we gotta investigate the church. So, with that, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the game. So far, I'm really liking it. I'm just so tired right now that I can't play anymore. Sorry, but yeah. So have a good night, everybody, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!